Have you ever considered the true impact of porn addiction on mental health? It's a question that not many of us ponder on, but the reality is that it's a prevalent issue with profound implications. When we think of addiction, we often think of substance abuse, but addiction to pornography is just as damaging, albeit in different ways. Porn addiction can lead to a myriad of mental health issues. Anxiety and depression are among the most common, as the addict feels a constant pressure to consume more explicit material to achieve the same level of satisfaction. This constant pursuit of a high can leave them feeling drained and unfulfilled, leading to a depressive state. Moreover, the addiction can negatively impact sexual satisfaction. As the brain gets conditioned to the hyper-aroused state induced by explicit material, real-life intimacy may seem less exciting, leading to decreased satisfaction and potential relationship problems. There's also the risk of developing compulsive behavior. The addict may feel an irresistible urge to consume porn, which can lead to them isolating themselves from their social circles to satisfy their cravings. This isolation can further exacerbate feelings of loneliness and depression. Another significant effect of porn addiction is the alteration of the brain's reward system. Much like drugs, pornography triggers a release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. Over time, the brain starts associating the consumption of porn with this dopamine release, leading to increased dependency. This creates a vicious cycle of addiction where the person needs to consume more and more explicit material to achieve the same dopamine high. The impact of porn addiction on mental health is substantial and far-reaching. It's a silent epidemic that's affecting countless individuals worldwide. But here's the thing, it's not a life sentence. With the right approach and treatment, recovery is not only possible, but probable. The impact is real, but so is the possibility of recovery. Let's delve into a therapy treatment that can help. Dopamine, a chemical in our brain, plays a crucial role in addiction. But how? Well, dopamine is often referred to as the feel-good chemical. It's released in our brain during activities that bring us pleasure. This could be anything from enjoying a delicious meal to achieving a personal goal, and yes, even watching porn. Now here's where things get interesting. When you repeatedly expose yourself to pornographic materials, your brain gets a rush of dopamine. This rush makes you feel good and your brain starts to crave more of it. Over time, your brain starts associating this feel-good rush with porn, and before you know it, you're caught in a cycle of addiction. This is because the increased dopamine levels make your brain constantly crave that same level of pleasure, leading to a dependency on porn to achieve it. Hence, understanding dopamine's role is the first step towards recovery. Now let's move on to a unique therapy treatment. The first phase of our therapy treatment involves a shift in content consumption. This isn't about going cold turkey, but rather, it's about gradual and mindful adjustments. Here's how it works. Instead of watching explicit pornographic content, you switch to viewing romantic videos. These could be scenes involving kisses, hugs, and other forms of affection. Now, if you have a habit of masturbating while watching porn, you might wonder what to do during this transition phase. Initially, if feel the urge, you can continue doing so while watching these romantic videos. This is just a temporary measure to help you adjust. Over time, the goal is to disassociate this act from the consumption of explicit content. The aim here is to lower the intensity of your cravings and reduce your dopamine consumption. Dopamine, that feel-good neurotransmitter, can become overstimulated with excessive porn consumption, leading to addictive behaviors. By substituting explicit content with more romantic, non-explicit material, you're helping your brain to rewire and adjust to a healthier level of stimulation. It's important to stick to this phase for a few days, or until you feel more comfortable with this new pattern of consumption. Remember, the key is consistency, patience. Now let's move on to the next phase. Venturing into phase 2? This stage involves further diminishing your dopamine intake. Let's delve deeper into the specifics of this phase. In phase 2, your attention will transition from romantic videos to what we'll term hot photos. But before we go any further, it's vital to comprehend that these photos must not, under any scenario, depict nudity. This is about taking a step back, not plunging head first. These hot photos are intended to be suggestive, not explicit. They could be as simple as a couple holding hands, a shared loving glance, or even a passionate hug. The concept here is to engage your brain with content that is less stimulating than what you're familiar with. Now, as we transition from romantic videos to hot photos, it's crucial to talk about a delicate topic: masturbation. This is not something to be ashamed of. As you shift to viewing these photos, it's perfectly okay to continue masturbating. This is a temporary measure and an important part of the transition process. It's about helping your brain adapt to less intense stimulation. Remember, the ultimate objective is to slowly lessen your dopamine consumption, not abruptly cut it off. By shifting from romantic videos to these photos, you assist your brain in adapting to less intense stimuli. This is a crucial part of the journey, as it allows your brain to recalibrate and readjust to a lower level of dopamine release. This phase might be somewhat daunting. You may feel a pull towards old habits. However, it's crucial to stay on track. Fight the desire to revert to content. This phase may be tough, but keep your eyes on the ultimate prize: a healthier mind and life. Let's summarize the therapy and its potential effectiveness. We've journeyed through a two-phase therapy treatment designed to gradually curb dopamine consumption and disrupt the cycle of addiction. The first phase involves immersing oneself in romantic videos that depict love, affection, and intimacy, such as kisses and hugs. This phase aims to shift the focus from explicit content to the emotional connection between individuals. It's all about rekindling the appreciation of genuine affection and emotional intimacy. The second phase transitions to viewing tasteful, sensual photos that are not explicit. The purpose here is to continue desensitizing the brain from explicit content while still providing a degree of stimulation. Masturbation during these phases is not discouraged, as the goal is to associate it with this new form of content rather than pornography. This therapy's effectiveness lies in its approach to gradually reducing dopamine consumption by offering alternative stimuli. It's not about sudden abstinence, but a deliberate, gradual shift in behavior and mindset. This can lead to improved mental health, better relationships, and increased self-control. It's about reclaiming your life from the grip of addiction. Remember, recovery is a journey, not a destination. Start your journey today and reclaim control over your life. Before we wrap up, we have a small request. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll get access to more helpful content like this. We regularly provide resources, tips, and strategies to help you understand and overcome various challenges related to mental health. So be a part of our supportive community and join in on the conversation. Your subscription helps us create more content and reach more people who might be struggling in silence. Your support can make a significant difference. So hit that subscribe button and let's break the chains together. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. We are here to help. Stay strong and keep moving forward.